Hello YouTube. Hello people. Hello dear friends. All the fanatics of electric skateboards. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. And well, what we got here? Finally, I've got myself a new upgraded battery pack from Slick Revolution that's supposed to fit my Flex e-board and give me much more power. Hey, so let's take a look. As always, very nicely wrapped and delivered as promised. DPD, well done Slick Revolution, thank you for using DPD. They are one of my favorite, or actually the best delivery companies, I think. Always on time. So let's take a look what we got in here. One bag, another bag. Sorry for this, but the batteries need to be wrapped up very nicely. And all the wrapping. Well, this is definitely worth the money just on the wrapping alone. But fair play guys, the batteries are a dangerous thing if they are damaged, so they need to be wrapped up very neatly. And more business cards from Slick Revolution, well handy, fair enough. So, and finally all the plastic is off. Let's take a look what you get when you order yourself a new and upgraded battery pack from Slick Revolution. So here she is. Very similar looking to the one that was supplied before. It doesn't have the aluminium protection on it, which used to be on the older battery, which I think is quite handy to have. And yep, brand name, the battery charge indicator, USB charger, and the charging port. Well, looks almost pretty much the same. Let's compare it to the original battery. The new battery on the right hand side right here, and the original battery on the left hand side right there. Pretty much exactly the same battery, but there are a couple of differences. For starters, you can see the original battery used to have an aluminium case all the way around them, all around the cells, which I believe is a good feature because it does travel all the way around here, so if you get a nasty smash on the battery pack, it will not get damaged. Also helps with cooling off the cells. On the new battery, however, those aluminium bits are gone, but this is due, I believe, due to the change of size of the battery or the battery pack arrangement. So let's take a look at some specs. The old battery used to be, and let's read the most important bits, 22 volt, 8.8 amp hour, and also it is 193.6 watt hour. The new battery, oh well, that's handy. We've got some sort of anti-vibration sticker on it, the foam. I'm gonna have to remove that. There we go. So new battery, 22.2 volt, but it is actually 222 watt hour. So the new battery is more powerful, which is good, but the rest of it looks just the same. The depth of the battery is the same. As you can see, it's exactly the same depth. The holes for fixing the battery are exactly the same as well, which is perfect. Means that I can just take the old battery off and install the new battery with no issue. So guys, this part of the video is for the ones out there who wants to build their own DIY board. I built a couple of boards myself, and the one thing that I've struggled to find is battery packs and remotes. Those are the two things that I think is the worst thing to get which are good and in good water and also in good quality. So, upgraded Flex e-board battery pack. It's not only meant for a Flex e-board, could be used widely for DIY boards as well. So just to read out some parameters of the board, of this battery pack. So this battery pack is 22.2 volt, so 22.2 volt, 10 amp draw, and it is 222 watt hour. The setup of this battery is 8P3S, and cells used in this new battery are the Samsung 25R 18650s. Guys, so what I mean by 8P3S is that you get 8 18650 cells in parallel, and then you got 3 of those packs in series. So 8 and then 1, 2, 3. So you got 24 18650s in them 3. Another beauty of this battery pack, if you are a DIY board builder, is that the battery pack is flexible. As you can see, it flexes. Because it is segmented, you got the cuts through it, you can put it on a really flexible deck and the deck will still flex. This is big plus to Slick Revolution for coming out with this idea. This is brilliant. This is definitely a very good idea, because most of the electrical skateboards out there have stiff deck and no movement whatsoever, and the flex on the deck is very important for comfort of your board. You will also get in this pack the BMS. BMS is our battery management system, so this pack right in there will help your board to discharge in healthy parameters and also charge in healthy parameters. You also have, as I mentioned before, a USB charger, so you can charge up your remotes or your phone from this battery pack. This is your charging port, and also, which is really good and cool feature, it's already inbuilt battery level indicator. So you get these dots in here. So at the moment the battery is almost fully charged. There's still one more dot missing, so you'll get the 5th one. And when it does deplete, them green dots drop out. Okay, so all of this for 250 quid, I think it's a really good deal. For anyone that does or wants to have a board built and you guys want to build yourself, I would recommend this battery pack. It does have a normal, I think these are, I forgot the name of these connectors, I'm not gonna lie to you, but these are simple connectors. They actually used in like a lot of RC toys and RC helicopters and planes and things like that. They're widely available on eBay for pennies. So that's it, you just plug this in and you're really ready to go. So guys, here we go, my beloved Flex e-board Carbon Edition. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous board. I had this board for, ooh, it's coming up to 10 months now, and she's all good. So what you're gonna need is a 2.5mm Allen key, and what you're going to do is you're going to carefully remove 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's 8 screws that are holding down, oh actually sorry, 10, there's 2 in the front, so 10 screws that are holding down the battery pack to the deck. What you will not be able to retrieve straight away are the washers. So guys, what you'll tend to find is that the washers, which you see right in there, do tend to get stuck between the battery segments, so they're quite hard to pull out. So what you're gonna have to do is, after you remove the bolt, just push the washer out, but don't lose them guys, because you will need it. So what you do is you just take off all of them Allen screws, and then we go to the next step. So what you guys should have now is 10 screws and 10 washers. They're all the same size, so it doesn't matter. And as I mentioned before, use the something like a container. Well, I'm using the ones from Chinese food soups. Well, let's help the earth, let's recycle. Actually, best off, let's use this stuff. So keep them nice and safe, you will need them. So as soon as you're taking the screws out, what you need to do is carefully pull on the battery pack forward, wiggling it at the same time, and the battery pack will disconnect from the box where your brains or your board brains are hiding. Okay, so they'll come off apart just like that, and what you will expose the connector right there. You'll pull on the connector, not on the cables, on the connector itself, and you disconnect the battery pack. So this battery pack looks quite different inside, because this one here is my creation. I have upgraded them cells right there to a Samsung 30Qs, and it came out to be actually a very nice battery pack. As you can see, I've reused everything else that used to be in the original board, the aluminium guards, the shrink wrap, everything else. So if you guys are interested, check out the video on the link below, how to upgrade the cells in your battery pack. The new battery pack, as I mentioned before, does look a little bit different, but pretty much the same. Don't worry about these foam strips protruding past the board. As you can see, they're a little bit thicker. Don't worry about it. You need this to stop the vibration from destroying your battery cells. When you actually put everything together, you tighten all up. The foam strips that are between the case and the cell, and between the cell and the deck, will compress, so you'll be okay. So next step is pretty much reversing what you've done so far. We gently will rest the new battery pack on the deck, ensuring that the cable connection goes into a pre-cut slot right there, as you can see, like this, so you do not cut the cables by squeezing it between the deck and the battery case. You put it down just like so. Now you connect the battery connector to the brains, to the motherboard, and now exactly the same way as before, you will slide the battery pack and wiggle it slightly until you line up the holes of the battery to the holes in the deck, and also close this space right here. Just to mention, guys, I have noticed that sometimes this space between the battery pack and the motherboard cover does go larger or smaller. I personally believe this is due to the expansion of the material and due to heat loss or gain. So during winter I normally have a larger gap right here, and during summer, because it's hot and all the materials expand in a hotter temperature, that gap closes. So don't worry about that gap. This board is not meant to be ridden in water, so it's not a waterproof board, it's only a splash proof board, so it doesn't have to be all tight and sealed and everything else. If you want, what you can do is, before you put all the screws together, you can turn the board on. Turn it on. By the way, guys, who just tuned to my channel, this beauty here is a new remote by Slicker Illusion. Look at this. Hey, so the remote is almost charged, the battery came pre-charged, which is very nice. So before you put the screws in, let's test if the board works. Yay, and she does, and she's already doing 31, 30, 29, 30 mile an hour, just laying there, because she doesn't have fat old me standing on it. Well, self-criticism, why not? We're just going to reinstate the all 10 screws and washers, and then we're going to take a look if the fitment is correct. Guys, before you put the screws together, you will notice that there is a fair gap between the deck and the battery case. Do not worry about this gap. This gap will go away. As soon as you put some pressure on it, as you can see, the gap goes away. So what you need to do is, when you're putting the screws in, make sure that you take the washer and then you take the screw. Washer is here to actually spread the power of the screw across a larger surface so you do not break the plastic case. So you catch the first screw and you slightly start turning it. If the screw stops to turn, do not force it, because you will ruin the thread inside the deck, and that is not good. You tighten up the screw just slightly, leave the gap there. Do not tighten up single screw all the way. What you need to do is catch every single screw first, make sure it caught the thread, and then in crisscross motion, meaning one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there. Here you go, just like that, like you would do on a car wheel. You slowly press the battery back to the deck. This way you ensure that every single screw gets same tension, and also the battery case would not get all wobbled up, and also nice and even pressure all the way across. So let's do just that. Guys, just a word of advice. Sometimes you get to a position where you got almost all the screws caught, but you get one of them little bastards that does not want to catch, and when you're trying to catch it, it goes all sideways and kind of doesn't go in. Don't force it. As I said before, you will snap the thread, because the thread inside the deck is brass. What you need to do is, if you can see carefully, if you look carefully, the hole inside the deck doesn't line up slightly with the hole in the battery pack. What you can do is ideally take the pack off and drill the hole out slightly. I'm too lazy, I don't want to do it. I'm confident I can do this correctly. You take a razor sharp blade and you shave the hole just slightly so you get the holes to line up. Then you blow at it to get all the shavings out, and now you put that bastard screw in and it should be fine. Do not force those screws in. You'll snap the thread, you will regret it. So take your time, don't rush. So guys, and voila! I have finished the installation of the new upgraded battery by Slick Revolution, which is 30 watt, more powerful than the original one. Let's take a look. Perfect fit, what a beauty, no gaps anywhere. No gap there, no gap here. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. That is one awesome battery pack, and it's flexible as well. That is lovely. All the DIY boarders, e-boarders out there, well, it's probably not it's not going to support the very powerful motors, depending on what you're trying to build. But if you are happy with roughly 2400 watt motors, this battery pack will do just nice. Like this board here, for people who don't know, uses dual 1200 watt motors, and this battery pack 8P3S suitable. So she is just lovely. And now ask yourself a simple question: can you work for Secret Services? Well, in order to do so, you need to pay attention. Have you realized that during the video, the wheels on my board have changed 3 times? Now I've got Evolve Edition ABEC 11107s on. Well, I guess you didn't. So I'll scroll back and take a look what else I had. The reason why I'm saying this is because my new video is coming out shortly, and I have tested different wheels for electric skateboard, and I've tested them off-road just to see if the wheels will make any difference for off-road performance. Haha, interesting, isn't it? So well, subscribe, stick around and you'll see. Anyway, we've done now with the upgrade of the battery, and what does she deserve now? She does deserve a nice charge. So let's plug the charger in. Let's make sure the charger is turned on, and it turns on nice and red. That means she's charging. And now my beauty can lay there and charge up while I'm going to enjoy my dinner. Well, actually cooking the dinner first, because it is almost 8 o'clock and I just come from work and straight away started making a video just for you guys. Dedication. So now she's eating, I'm gonna be eating. Test video of this battery pack is coming out very soon. Bye.